So, from where we last left off, you continued to explore the ditches. One of the areas that was very intriguing to you was the old camp that belonged to the Dredgers. You made your way across a fungal vine bridge, took care of some skeletons and violent funguses, and then took care of a gigantic undead ogre that was in the bottom of the caverns, and also found some metal while you were down there. As you continue to make your way to the camp, and after you started exploring it and found a couple things, you began to get attacked by this big hulking monster. Um, the thing came down the hill and immediately attacked Nemia, but thankfully she didn't get hit by it. But I'm going to add all of y'all to the combat tracker, and we will begin. Hitting the
I
ground
immediately
running.
forgot I was about to get murdered by a pile of
Now I
baby
forget.
bones.
Are we using the flanking rules in this game?
Negative. I've done flanking in the past, but the way Grim Hollow is,
It's
especially,
awful.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
I kind of like it,
Not,
but
not
I can get a
when we
bit.
roll crits.
Yeah, no, it actually does suck when Brad does it, so.
It's
Yeah,
awful.
I like it, but I roll so well that it ends up becoming more of a bad thing than a good thing.
It can get a little bit silly looking when there's a few enemies and a few players all just in a big overlapping chain of a big flank train.
Yeah,
We're just
and
interwoven in a big line.
that's pretty much what happens. And then I pretty much just start slaying people, so it usually doesn't work out very well. But we shall begin. So Declan, you are up first. Sure, you're probably man. I
Alright.
wish I had taken that long rest now.
Oh yeah. That's alright. We're gonna get started here.
Starting off strong.
What a great slot.
What a way to get started.
I love it. It's very,
Alright.
very strong.
All right. Let's see here. It failed.
nice.
I did something awesome. It'll get disadvantage now.
Which will work well because Declan's about to get hit.
That's what I was
Uh-oh.
hoping for.
I'm going to use bonus action
Okay.
and unleash my first Hexblade's Curse. So the whole creature suddenly, for a moment, like freezes and all the colors invert, and then it shifts back to as it was. And I will then throw a rock at it. By target. Seven damage.
Very nice.
I will move here.
Okay. All right, to Samuel.
Can I ask if Namiri is planning on like running away or staying in, or is that like too meta? I just want to know what the plan is.
I'm going to stab him, so I'm not running.
Right.
I will
Yeah.
run if the group decides to run, but otherwise I'm gonna shank him.
You protective wall. Back up.
But I have a glowing short sword now.
And you are proving you are proficient with face stab with that first hit. Nice.
Always proficient with face stabbing.
Did you notice you got a +1 to that attack?
No, I did not notice. When did that
And
happen?
the damage.
Wait, what?
The glowing short sword we took from the last thing that we beat seems to be a +1 short sword.
Oh, I do see that.
Very
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Typically, they don't require attunement either, so you get the bonuses straight away.
That
Naps
is
to
worth
whoever
being-
told me to take the glowing short sword. You're the best.
That was me.
I thought it was you.
Alright,
I
I'm
couldn't
gonna go
remember
ahead
though.
I'm gonna skirt around 1, 2, like this.
Okay, sounds good.
Even though we're not doing flanking.
All right, let's see if I can be 2 for 2. And it failed again.
Peace.
I'm just gonna stand back here and keep doing what I'm doing.
He rolled a 12 out of 13 twice in a row too. Unreal.
I know.
Oh boy.
Nah. Oh,
Oof.
not. No.
Oh, boy.
Grappled.
Good one.
No. I tried.
I'll try harder.
I'm trying the best.
What
I
that
can.
attack look like? How does it have a grapple?
So it basically, the sinew of bone and just flesh basically like reaches out, and as it slams her, it basically like almost encapsulate her and like pulls it towards its maw.
Oh, that doesn't sound
Oh.
good.
You see the large gaping hole in the middle there?
Yeah. Does it look like I could target the specific appendage that is grappling me out?
Sure. If your attack roll gets above a 15, you can hit the appendage that's grappling her.
Sure, I'll try and like snap that off. Otherwise, I can run up and yank on her. But let's try and attack first.
Oof, so close.
Oh.
We'll just take.
Ooh.
I'll just kill it.
But you murdered it. Thank you.
Nice.
Wow,
There
wasn't
another?
was
expecting
that
that.
thing?
Nabs, you are like doing a lot of damage. Holy moly.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
magic stone build is pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, almost suspiciously powerful. That might be enough for now.
Thank you, Magic Voice, for giving
Yep.
Nabs the magic stones.
Oh, it had a face too.
Now, obviously, out of character, seeing the stuff you've been rolling, Hexblade, Curse, and stuff like that. DM, would I recognize a Hexblade Warlock as I am of the Raven Queen as well, if that's the patron?
That is not the patron of it.
All right.
Won't disclose any more than that,
Perfect.
but
No, that's cool. If I wouldn't recognize it, I wouldn't recognize it. But I would like to go ahead and take a couple minutes and study this this thing.
Are you gonna take a sample, Declan?
Yeah, I'll probably take a sample.
Versus everyone okay? Yeah, was that you got a
Trying
bit
to
of
figure
a hit
out
in
what
there?
binds it.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I was eating. Yeah, Sarissa, does Cure Wounds take spell slots for you, or should I just take a potion?
Don't use a potion. I will gladly do spell slots. I have spell slots to spare, and
Perfect,
I
thank
will.
I'd say probably do neither if we are looking to take an hour to short rest and roll hit dice.
Oh,
Actually, yeah. Before I
So-
do
that's a
that,
good idea.
I was
That
just
might be
asking in
better.
character. So not insinuating anything about healing.
Sorry, I had a mouthful of food, so I was like panic eating
No.
to answer you.
yeah, because if he's
No.
gonna take an hour to study, you can take a short
Mhm.
rest and use hit die, and he can do a short rest.
Perfect. To answer your question, yes, I'm fine. A rest should be good for me.
Perfect.
We should make
Yeah,
sure
Well,
this
um,
camp is
Keep
safe.
an eye on it, yeah. While we're not entirely sure of what
I'll walk
supplies
up
we might
here.
find down here, any wounds, we don't want them festering or whatnot. If there's undead that can turn people undead, we should just keep an eye out if anyone gets hit that they're not, infected or something.
It doesn't look like there's anything further than up here. That's as far as this goes.
Oh, is it another ethereal wall?
Could be a
Oh,
transition.
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Is this
What's-
an hour
Alright.
transition right here, God?
not a full hour. It's about like a half hour. But
What's
Oh,
in,
if
what's
it's
in
a
the room?
half hour? I'm not gonna go further if it's a half hour. because we're gonna rest first.
I don't know if you covered it before we finished last session. If you did, I'd forgotten. Sorry. What's in this room? What does it look like in here?
That was the room that was the former camp. It was the area that is connected to it. Looks like it's a continuation of the camp, but that was basically it was an old part of the camp. It's basically just completely destroyed. Like there was like an armchair that was kind of sitting in the corner. It's just basically just a mess of grime and it was basically like you could see like there was a table in there where they used to have meals. There's like an old spot where it's like almost like a cooking pit was at. There was alcoves cut out in the walls for people to sleep in. There's like weapon racks, but they're empty. And basically there's an actual true like blacksmith forge in there.
Is there anything here we need to recover?
They already did.
Folks?
You already picked up everything in there.
Great.
In this room, you've picked up everything.
Well, we've got a wall to put our butts to,
Yeah.
and only one sort of way in from the northwest. We post up and catch breath, tend to wounds, have snack.
Sounds like a plan.
Then Declan, you have the sample of the bone creature in your inventory.
Very cool.
You want us to go ahead and do a short rest?
Sure, if that's what y'all are doing, then go ahead, take a short rest.
I don't think I need to. I'll get my expert skills back.
That was a good roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we have an hour, do you want to identify the cape as well? Cloak, what's?
Oh yeah, if I short rest with the cape, do I just automatically know what it is?
Yes.
Cool.
Also, God, can I read you my short rest because I forgot to roll to get my hit points?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. It's fine.
Thanks.
And is it okay if I attune to it?
Yes.
Awesome. Ooh. All right, that's what I thought it was.
What
You
is
don't
it? And
mind
who is it
answering?
best suited to?
It gives +1 to AC, so either me or Nemia. So Nemia, what's your AC?
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
16.
16.
Here, I'll give it to you.
It might seem counterintuitive, but you actually prevent more damage. Like the higher AC you start with, the +1
You're
means
right,
more.
because of bounded accuracy. You're right. Yeah. And I will
Because
be
of
pretty much taking
it
everything in the
increases the amount of attacks until hit, more better than linearly.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll give it to you once I get some better armor.
Sounds good.
Okay. So if everyone's taken the rest that they're planning on taking, if you want to continue further into the camp, you can.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see what's up here.
Yeah, we'll go there next.
Yeah. I was about to say I'll let Nami or Declan lead the way.
So you should not be leading the way.
Oh, I am not going to lead the way.
Respectfully.
I'm squishy, and I know I am squishy.
I don't mind being near the front. I'm not squishy. I'm an 18 AC,
Oh, nice.
and I can cast shield as well, so it's a 23.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Yep.
I guess.
Gotta love those hex blades. They're so nice, especially early levels.
What's this room look like?
So as you walk up in there, you see there's a lot of broken glass on the ground. It looked like at one point it could have been like carefully arranged upon the stands and risers. You see like remnants of like measuring instruments for powders and liquids. There's scales for weighing things, for goggles that you could use to see fine details of work, but they look shattered. There's like carving instruments for lever that most of the handles are broken on. All of it's pretty much just strewn across the ground and scattered and bent and broken. It looked like it was probably a workshop that they would use to possibly improve their weapons and armor. But mostly it's just a glass-ridden monument to better times.
Didn't I'm gonna investigate as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
Okay.
Yes,
so
it is.
So as you're looking around in the room, you do see a couple things. I'm going to add them to the party inventory since when I send them out, it doesn't seem to work. There is a leather satchel. That satchel does sound familiar based on one of the things that Yijin would have told you. So Yijin would have said that there was a in the old camp that they once had, that he had old supplies, including pieces that he would need to make the door stronger, and then there was a leather satchel that had a little owl stitchwork on it that was made by his daughter, and then he was like, if you can bring the bag whole, he would appreciate it. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so the leather satchel was in there. You also notice this this like metal tin that has like a strange like silver powder inside of it. And then you also find if you dig enough and you look around enough, you can find enough stuff that could make almost a full set of alchemical supplies.
Oh, here you go.
Nice.
And also, looks like after you kind of dug through the earth a little bit, you saw like a tiny little bit glint of something shining, and it looks like a small pearl.
Oh, I know who's getting the pearl.
It's room for me.
That and the alchemical supplies.
Yeah, so everything is in the party inventory.
Very cool. All right. Well, I'm assuming there's no secret passages out of here.
Not that you can see.
I'd
No.
take a look around for secret passages
Sure, go right ahead.
while they're investigating the supplies and stuff.
Okay.
Going to roll something?
Sure.
I'm not going to ever ask to roll dice. I'll just tell you what my character does. And
Gotcha. Even if you got like a good roll, you wouldn't find anything like secret passage wise that would lead you to another hidden area or anything like that. But it's definitely good.
Right.
It's definitely
Okay,
good to be checking, and you never know.
track back to the chasm then.
I think we got a lot of stuff that the dredgers were looking for. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start heading that way and
Yeah.
even boost morale to be like, hey, look at all the stuff we got.
Exactly.
And like,
Because we'll
show
need to stop by
everybody.
anyway if we're gonna. Yeah. Exactly.
Call it a day maybe as we get back there and check in. Maybe
Absolutely.
hopefully
Again,
they haven't been
take a long
attacked or
rest.
anything. And it takes a while to like what it's like there's a 2 hour transition and 1 hour and a half hour. So it'll take us a while to walk all the way back.
Correct.
I think it's a good. No one died today. We got all the way to your camp. We cleared the stuff around that bridge and recovered a bunch of items. So I see
Yeah.
that as a great success.
I agree.
I agree.
Then chins up, heads high as we walk back home.
Okay.
Well,
All right. So if your plan is to head back to the camp to save y'all a
do you want
bit
to just
of,
like fast travel us there?
yeah, that was what I was going to say. I'll skip ahead a couple hours and then get y'all down there.
That works.
All right. So I'm just gonna clump y'all together real quick. And
Oh yeah, clump me.
Actually, I'll do this. Okay, so I don't accidentally spoil something. So. Okay. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if the powder in that metal tin is magical.
I think we should probably let Doinetta see that since she's into stuff like that. And then the pouch will be for Yijin, and then we could show Kragnar the tissue samples to see if they're anything like what she's looking for, since she wants tissue samples.
And shouldn't
You're gonna
the alchemical set go to Seacher? Or Sesher?
Yes.
We were gonna show him the fungus sample too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the glowing
he
fungus
was.
sample.
So if you actually go to there's the journal tab. It's got looks like a little bookmark. You'll actually see. You should see pretty much what all the needs that the ditches
Wonderful.
have. So each one of them have a brief description of what they're all looking for. But based on the items that you have found, you would have met Kragnar's need, and you would have found one of what Sesher wants and half of what Yijin wants. And you're also more than halfway through Abradis's metal stock.
I thought Kragnar wanted from the actual Gate Guardian.
The description that you would give of the creature that you fought would match what the Gate Guardian looks like.
I was
we
about to
killed
ask
it.
her about that. I was like, "Can you?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Which one? The one
Like, well,
at the
that's
bottom of
what
the
I got.
chasm,
Here you
or
go.
the one just now?
No, the one that we just fought matches the description of the Gate Guardian, but obviously, that Gate Guardian is probably a lot tougher. We probably fought a baby.
Maybe.
They said that when they first fled, when they made their last attempt at trying to take down or try to get to the gate, the way that the creature basically popped up with like multiple forms and almost like in a hive-like mentality and attacked simultaneously, and the few people that basically ran to try to go back to the base, one of them branched off and basically got trapped in that base.
Oh, we've recovered the trap from the old camp.
Yes, you got a trap, and the bag also counts as one of his needs. That'll count
Very
towards
cool.
finding one less trap. So
I'll also look over to Abradis. Hey, here you are. Here's some more metal. And dump down the Morning Star we got from that ogre zombie.
yep.
So how many pounds is that now?
So the scrap metal from the trying to see why I can't. Oh, here it is. Or I don't know why it's there. It is. The scrap metal that you got at the base of the cavern was 18 total pounds, and
How much from the Morning Star?
the Morning Star is another. Were you still holding it, Nabiri's? Let's see.
Yeah, I've just deleted it off my sheet.
Okay. I'm trying to
It didn't have a
remember
weight
what
on it.
Gotcha. I'll look up the generic weight of a Morning Star and add a
In
pound
the
or two to it.
in the
since a little-
PHB, it is
It's 4 pounds. Yeah, so it would have been about 6 pounds. So that'd be 24 total pounds.
Nice.
So we just need 6 more pounds for him.
Yep. He did chop off the heads of the javelins, and he was able to get another 2 pounds from that. Once they kind of smelted down, so it would be 26 total. So you need 4 more pounds of metal.
Oh, sweet.
Fantastic.
So he was able to make use of the javelins.
I mean, I've got a crowbar that's 5 pounds, but we might need that.
Yeah, he
That's what
doesn't like to smelt tools and things like that if he can help it, because you never know when they can come in handy. It's more of like stuff that's like, hey, I
this
don't need
hammer
this,
that
whatever.
I've got.
Is anybody interested in that metal tin?
Yeah. So
white powder?
Doneta will look at the tin, and she'll kind of look at the contents of it, and then she'll take it over to Abradis, and Abradis will recognize that that metal or that powder that is in that tin. They used to actually use that to enhance their weapons, and that metal or that powder could actually be used to turn a weapon or a piece of armor into a +1.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow, level
That's
2. I've
big.
already got all these +1s for them. Could anyone make that improvement, Abradus, or just you know how to do that?
He knows how to do it because he's worked with the material before.
But if we get out of here, someone on the surface, shall
They
we
may
say,
or
is
may
able
not.
to.
Yeah, they may or may not be able to
So we have to
use
do it now. Really,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he could
logically, we should do it.
he could enchant a single piece of a single weapon or a suit of armor.
So not a
A
shield.
shield? Yeah.
He could do a shield. He could imbue in a shield.
I would vote for a shield. Nabby, you could use your shield because then that would kick your AC up to 19.
Yes, I agree with that.
I'd be honored.
Decided.
Okay. So you want to do Nabby's shield? So
Appreciate the gesture.
is that the consensus? The shield.
I agree with it.
Okay. All right.
I
So he'll take your shield for the evening to work on it, and it'll be ready in the morning. So I'll just unequip it right now.
I'm just
I think a
standing near the
shield's
front.
most
Oh
useful
no.
because it's like anybody can equip a shield that uses a shield. It's not like a type of armor that needs to be fitted. It's not a weapon type. So, any of us that have the capability of wielding shields can use the shield, which is always very useful.
And Sarissa use shields? I would guess so.
If it's wooden, maybe.
I was gonna say it
She
depends on
is
if she can.
she is proficient with
carry it.
shields.
There you
As
go.
long as they're not as long as they're not metallic.
It's a weird rule.
It is weird, but eh.
Even
Most shields
people
I know
who
they're just
made
the
the-
little round shields.
yeah,
So the little round wooden ones, like a
people who
buckler.
make the game are like, it's just been there since the beginning. They even asked like, what happens when a druid wears metal armor? They're like, they explode. No, it's just nothing.
It's just a thing.
Well, it'll be cool once I get
Kinda like-
heat metal though and cast it on people wearing armor that I don't like. So,
It's kind of sadistic, but okay.
well, nobody in the party. I like everyone in the party.
So
For now.
Right now.
Yijin,
For now.
Yijin will take the items that will help him. So he'll take the metal contraption and the bag that has the satchel, and as well as he'll take from the inventory, he'll take some of the tools that he could use to kind of help work on some of his gadgets and stuff. Sesher will get the fungus that will go towards his need, and also he'll take the medical supplies, so he can use to kind of help with patching up stuff like that. Abradus, of course, is going to take the scrap metal and the metal tin to fix your stuff, and the various other supplies, which is basically like clothing, different styles of bags and backpacks and like that. Graganir will take that she can use to kind of help stow some stuff. So, all right, so that'll clear out all the stuff that you picked up to hand out to the dredgers during your exploration. So, if there is nothing else that you want to do, you can take a long rest, unless there was any communication that you wanted to do with the dredgers before bedtime.
I'm gonna ask them to tell me a story.
So, Yijin will volunteer to tell a story. So,
Gather around the fire.
So, once everyone gathers round, we'll start the story. Choop. Bam. Okay. He's like, so this be a tale from me past.
once when I was just a little whippersnapper, I served as a soldier in the guard, and I also worked as a smith. I repaired equipment for soldiers, and whether it be swords or armors or even crossbows. And I continued this way, and often lead a troubled and stressed life. It was not fun watching so many people die and having to clean off the blood and just seeing all that death, and it just does things to you. So once I finally got out of the military and got a chance to retire, I decided that I would do something good for the world, and I opened up a toy store, and using some of my my know-how that I'd learned from fixing the armor and equipment to bring joy to people, and just seeing the smile on children's faces just warmed my heart. And well, I did that for almost 10 years, I think, and unfortunately, after the Baroque came and they ravaged and destroyed everything, and I had to flee to the woods, and poor Shelley. Anyways, I eventually used my know-how to, build a home and make traps for my dinner, and just try to survive. And eventually, one day, I was testing one of my traps, and well, it didn't go so well, and I ended up getting trapped in a tree, and I hung there for almost 2 days, and until everything just went black. And then I woke up here, and it really hasn't really gotten much better. But yeah, you just gotta keep on keeping on, I guess. But I just yeah, I don't really want to talk anymore now.
Thank you,
It
Yuj.
does close a loop. No one who's here died of natural causes. It was either murdered or accidental.
Yeah, that's really the only thing any of them have in common.
Here 1 minute, go on the next. Well, there 1 minute, here the next.
Yeah, basically.
I think we know how everybody but Lenore died.
So, Limnor says that when before she ended up in the ditches, she spent most of her time hunting and basically surviving. She basically spent her life as a pirate for many years. Eventually, during one of her quote unquote raids on a town, she ended up meeting Coral, and she basically, Coral was like a tiny little pup, and it bit at her leg, and she pretty much it was injured. She kind of nursed it back to health, and then the two of them just kind of slowly bonded over time, and she had Coral for about 5 years before she they ultimately passed. She said that they were on a ship together, and their ship got attacked, and well, Limnor can breathe underwater where Coral cannot. So when Coral went into the water, she dove in after it to try to save it, and while she dove into the water, she ended up getting speared in the back, and pretty much like right when she finally reached Coral, they pretty much both died at the same time. Pretty much Coral drowned, and Limnor succumbed to her wounds, and then they woke up on the bone pile, and then they as Limnor started to climb down the bone pile, she kind of started getting grabbed by a lot of the skeletal hands, and Coral was able to make it down and was biting and clawing at the hands, trying to get her free. And eventually, once Limnor got down, she was all cut up and injured. Coral basically took off to try to almost try and find help, and then when Yijin found Limnor, she was pretty much near death, and he didn't see a wolf anywhere, and they haven't seen Coral since. And then pretty much Lenore goes out every single day whenever she goes hunts trying to find Coral. Y'all still there?
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just hitting you,
I was-
hitting you with
It's
the
heavy.
hitting you with the depression factor.
I kind of want to ask, out of character, I really want to ask who Shelly is, but depending on Yijin's body language, I really don't.
You do notice that Yijin, the entire time he was telling that story, he was kind of like sitting holding that bag that you handed him. He was kind of like stroking the bag and like the owl stitch work that was on top of the bag.
I hope I don't.
He also
regret this.
did say he didn't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did say that
But
before
Sarissa
you went out, and he explained to you about some of the things he was looking for. He said that the stitchwork owl satchel, or the owl satchel that had the stitchwork owl on it, was made by his daughter.
Oh. Okay.
Just hitting you in the feels, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta be really nice to Yijin from now.
No longer calling him a little weirdo.
Yeah, he kind of is though.
Yeah.
While I've got everyone gathered around and some diverse opinions from where I grew up, does anyone else here believe that there are people wandering around who used to be, like angels and work directly under the gods in their little world?
So
I've heard of such a thing, but as far as I can tell, it's only a rumor.
Yeah.
the Dredgers don't. That doesn't sound familiar to any of them.
Okay. Yeah, of course, it's all poppycock, right? That could be true.
Well, some folk might say that about my people. There aren't that many of us either. So, who knows? Perhaps there are some lost angels wandering around, though that seems very far-fetched.
Yeah.
More far-fetched than dying and being stuck in an underground room.
Fair point.
Well, they're of equal specificity, I would say, and we've only witnessed one of them. And even then, we could just be having some big shared hallucination or dream, or who knows if this is real? Who knows if anything's real?
It is kind of hard to have a sense of reality right now.
Lenore did say that she did go out hunting today, and she was able to bring back 8 days worth of fresh food.
What? Down here? Is that much?
She just killed a shitload of rats.
Yeah, okay. We should try and find out how the rats get in here. If they're breeding somewhere. I guess you're almost a rat farmer now.
Pretty much.
Can't overhunt them, otherwise you'll kill off the population and you'll starve. But if they've kept Yijin alive for 70 years, then I guess there's no danger of that.
Well, Yijin looks like he's starved a day or two in his life. He's not exactly what you would call supple or, pleasantly plump.
It's a point to throw a big, juicy, downcast hook out there and no one had a nibble on it. It's alright. Maybe it'll come up and get later.
Yeah, it's nothing Sarissa would have ever heard of.
Beerus just goes a little quiet while he thinks on that before bed.
Okay. Any other questions for any of the other dredgers or any other depressing stories?
No, I think I'm ready to cry myself to sleep.
Feels. Too many feels for one day.
Mm.
If you're
And-
doing short and depressing stories, about 6,000 or 7,000 years ago, monstrous creatures came from the ethereal void and killed all the gods, allegedly. And whatever we ever face in life, as long as we've been alive, and probably will, what they did or can possibly do in future will be worse. So we've got that to look forward to. Sleep well.
Sarissa chimes in. Did you say 6,000 years ago? I'm trying to write it down.
6,500 or so, 6,800.
Creatures killed all the gods. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Well, they didn't die then. It's when they first appeared. And
Oh.
it's we can talk about history some other time if you weren't told that in school. Did you go to school?
Sorry,
You have that
my
where you're from?
She looks over at Namia and go, "We had school, didn't we, Namia?"
Yes. Excuse me. Yes. When I think about it, I get PTSD and can't talk.
Yeah. Our parents have a very interesting way of learning from experience.
We told you we were friends with a bear, right?
Oh, Thornburn. I miss him. I wonder how he's doing.
Huh. I went to school with classrooms and teachers, and
Oh,
I
so
thought,
classrooms do exist?
yep, everyone I know before you people have been to one. Back me up, dredgers.
So the only person who would have been somewhat learned was Abradus. He had some formal education. Part of that being he went to Bard College briefly, but didn't do very well. Even though that was all he ever wanted to be, was a bard and an entertainer.
He doesn't know the origin story of the unification and
Oh, he would know certain things. Like, so he originally was
the
from.
etheric invasion.
They wouldn't have discussed that as much in early Estoyan history. Most of it was like stuff with like the Baroque Empire and
Yeah.
like that, because their history branched from the Baroque Empire. So most of his knowledge would be like early periods of their conquest and traveling south and taking over
Right.
all the
So
lands.
probably not even far back as the chief of the primordials.
Yeah, correct. Mostly history from like the last like 300 years.
Primordials, now you're speaking my language.
Unreal big bad guy. Well, he wasn't bad to start with. He just got made that way, kicked around, mistreated. And, well, obviously we no way of proving this. This is what the stories say, but you can only agitate something so much before it gets a bit angry.
Yeah, but they protect us and they help keep us safe.
Yeah. What do they want in return? Notice in Nabir's hand, he's got a strange stone-looking thing. He's rubbing a thumb over. Slips it back into his pocket.
Okay. So anything else from the dredgers for the evening?
I'm good.
Okay. Alrighty. So, y'all all can take a rest.
Rest.
But about 3 hours into it,
Oh no.
so
Yes.
alright. So realistically, place yourselves where you would be if you were sleeping.
I would be up in the barracks, sleeping in a cot next to Amia.
Yeah. Where did the dredgers go?
One of them does not sleep. He usually kind of stays out by the fire, kind of keeping watch. There's technically more
I'm just in a
bunks.
trance.
Yeah, there's more bunks up there than like what's just represented by the photos. Like think of them almost like double stacked. So they would basically just pile in there. Only Sesher's the only one that doesn't go back there to sleep.
I think how likely it would have been that we had decided to help out with watches as well.
Mm-hmm.
And would any of us be up?
How would we do the watches? Every how many hours would we switch off?
I think what, like, how many?
Every
5,
2 is
2
fine.
hours? Yeah.
I don't think I would take first watch because I still have some health to catch up on.
I'm perfectly healthy. I'm not missing a single resource, so I could have stayed up a little longer.
Yeah. So Declan, you had been right at that cusp that you'd be right at, like, because it happened about 4 hours into your
Works for me.
sleeping like that. So basically during the night, you hear a loud banging, clattering sound coming from the exterior sides of the camp. And 2 creatures begin to make their way past the barricades and into the camp.
Doesn't bode well. I assume we're all like awakened by this, or somebody wakes us.
Yes.
The only 2 people.
I'll start yelling
yeah,
out.
so Nibirius, Declan, and Sesher would be the ones that would potentially, if you're keeping watch, Nibirius, you would be awoken by that sound, but everyone else would be at least asleep when this initially happens.
I mean, I probably started on watch and have drifted, dozing, enough to, Well, up, alert, attack, wake up. I'm not going to yell because there's other people home, but
Okay.
imagine me yelling.
Would my health have recovered at all at this point?
Not in the 4 hours that you slept.
Okay. Cool. And Beerus is close enough to where I would have heard that, right?
Yes.
I shout loud enough to wake everybody. But it slows me down. I have to catch my breath and I roll 2 initiative.
Okay. And Declan?
It's not rolling. Give me a sec.
There you go.
it is.
And my shield isn't finished yet.
That is correct.
I've been tricked.
Since
Bamboozled.
Namia would have heard that, can I get up and start dashing out, or do I?
Yeah, one.
It's gonna take a few
It'll
seconds.
be 2 rounds before you will be able to engage, because you got like it's basically 6 seconds. So, gotta
Right.
imagine realistically how long it would take you to get up from bed and make your way out of the bunk.
Okay.
I could say about 12 seconds because that's what I do at work. I could basically hop up and be almost up and dressed in about 15-20 seconds. So, it's that is a
You're built different.
yeah.
That is not
But-
realistic for me at all.
Alright, I'm going to ready my action to attack once a shadow enters my melee range.
Okay. All right. So, Sesher doesn't have much in terms of combat capability, but he is at least able. Whoops, that's not what I was trying to do. All right, come on. I was trying to hold control. All right. So yeah, that's just outside of his bubble. But what he'll do is he'll kind of get just a little further, like straight in line, and if the thing comes near within 30 feet of him, he is going to produce flame and hurl a small ball of fire at it.
There we go.
So, okay. All right. So, trying to see, 40. Okay. So this thing will start moving up into the thing. So it'll be 5, 10, or sorry, 10, 20, 10, 20, and then 30. And then it's going to move in right there, 40, but that's going to be close enough that technically at here would be close enough for Sesher to be able to attack him with his produce flame. And he's going to do just that. Did a good little chip damage at it, even though it did damage to himself and not the enemy for some reason. Let me minus off 6. Don't know why it's hurting him. So, okay. So, the shadow will move up its one more space, and that is all it's doing. The next shadow, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and dashed and got right next to Sesher.
Oof.
And then Nibirius.
I'll call out, yeah. Everyone up! And to Declan and Session, regroup before. Yeah, I can't get out there either. So I will cast Magic Stone as a bonus action and then throw one. This nearest which I think is 60 feet.
Yep, you're right at 50, easy. So perfect.
Hiya. Oh well.
Okay, alright, so Declan, you can
Right.
either move up or hold your ground.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to analyze the monsters just to get a beat on them.
Okay.
So I'm going to target and features, Hunter Instinct. Beautiful.
Okay. Alright, so you notice that they have resistance to a lot of things. And they are vulnerable to, they're resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and thunder, and bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing weapons from non-magical attacks, and they're vulnerable to radiant damage.
Alright. So, I'll yell out, they're vulnerable to light and magical weapons. Everything else, be prepared. So I'm going to run in, and I'm going to go ahead and stab him with my rapier.
Okay. It was almost a 20 for a second.
Yeah. Alright, and then in turn.
So,
Where are the rest of us joining initiative? I thought we heard yelling.
you would, but
At the end of this round.
Yeah, at the end of this round, you'll be added to.
At the end of this round, we join.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because you got a realistic 6 seconds getting up out of bed, getting woken up from sleep. Be all about that realism. Okay.
D&D. No, thank you.
Okay. So, the thing is going to attempt to soul drain you, or strength drain you. And it failed.
That's right.
That's what you were saying last session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, Nibirius.
Hit him.
I'm going to do the same again, yeah.
There you go. Hit him that time.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get up!
I'm going to add all of y'all to the combat tracker. Let me roll the NPCs.
and then I'm just gonna go ahead and take my turn real quick.
Okay.
Ah! Ah!
So the only one that would have been able to get up slightly before you, Declan, was Gragnir, and she'll move out her bunk 10, go down 120, and then up 130, and then she'll take a pot shot at that one there with Chill Touch. Oh wait, I'm targeting 2 of them. Whoops. Whoopsie. And Chill Touch.
Nice.
Kerplow. Alright.
How are they with necrotic damage?
It's a good question.
Well, after she did it, it didn't seem to hurt it.
Oh.
No. This is not chilly nor a touch.
Yeah.
So Sesher tries to fend it off with his club and fails miserably. The thing moves in a bit closer and fails miserably as well. Limnor will come out of the bunk, go 10, 20, down 130. And she will take a pot shot with her short bow. Got hit. Okay. Should be Okay. We should have only done 2. Okay. Alright, and Sarissa.
Alright, so 10, 20, 30.
You're right at 60 feet from the one for...
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, but I'm thinking about something. Okay, so that's not going to do what I wanted it to do. Okay. It succeeded.
Okay. So Bradus will get up and he'll just start charging through. It goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and that's as far as he can get. And he dashed to try to get over there further, to kind of help protect his people. Doyenta will go 10, 20, and 30. And Yi-Jin will get up and try to go 10, 20, and 30 and try to slip through a little bit and take a shot with his crossbow. Unfortunately missed. Alright, Emiya. You're in your bunk and you got a shitload of people in front of you.
I would slip to the side and allow her to pass and swap places with me if she needed to.
It's fine.
Well, the squares are 10 feet, and our characters only take up 5, so couldn't we fit 2 in a square? Or 4?
Yeah.
Technically, yes. Or, yeah.
So I'd be willing to like move
Thinking.
and allow her to.
10, 20. Hold on, let me scroll back. So that's 10. I have to go up one more to shoot this guy. I'm gonna share with Yi-Jin.
Okay, it's fine.
This is 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, cool.
Namia!
Suck it, boys.
There you go.
Can it only take half that damage, DM? Because it's resistant to magical.
Yeah, it didn't, it's not working the way I want it to in terms of that. I got it coded right on some things, and then some things it's like that. So it'll have 1 HP still.
Okay, it was still an amazing roll.
It was
You're
solid.
pissed you got woken up.
I need my beauty sleep. Have you seen her face?
So Sesher is got 1 HP left. He is not doing super hot. He looks like he got pretty much his life just like sucked out of him almost. He is in the red.
Let's try and finish off this one. It's right here.
Nice.
Can you get him, Declan? I'm looking at Sasha. I'll move forward a little bit. So.
Okay. So Kragner will come down 10, 20, and 30, and then take a shot with a firebolt and missed. All right, Samuel.
Step forward a little bit. Oh, there's everyone in the light. And
did you get a go in round 3?
Nice.
No, I don't think he did. I think he got
Just top.
skipped.
Yeah, round 3 it went for some reason Declan, Sasha,
Yeah.
then Koragner. He got ripped off.
Oh,
Okay, so
well, I probably would have just shot another firebolt at him, but I don't mind either way. Up to you, DM.
you can give it another
Maybe
shot.
I'm just a really heavy sleeper.
It won't kill hit, but you can give it one more pot shot and see if it hits.
Maybe I'll just miss anyway, so it won't make a difference. Yeah, see,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. Didn't matter in the end.
Perfectly balanced.
But you got a crit.
Yeah. So I took my time lining up that one good shot, that's all.
It resists half of it. Feels bad.
Yeah.
All right. Declan is going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. And he is going to push Shadow here, southeast if he can. It's not pinging.
Which way you're trying to go to? Trying to go towards that way?
Here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're going to try and shove it?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do contested roll.
To be a contested strength check.
Yeah. Strength. Okay.
All right. Ah, equal.
Ah.
Man, that was a good roll too. All right, that'll end my turn.
Do you have an
Shadow
athletics
session.
bonus?
Get out of here. I do.
That should have applied.
Well, it was an athletics check. It was a strength check.
It's up to the DM, but normally it's athletics per the shove action.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you make a strength athletics check to contest against a strength athletics check or dex acrobatics check against the target.
Oh, okay. So I would get a +2 to that.
Okay.
What would it get for athletics or strength? Athletics, acrobatics, whatever.
It's
Probably 2 as well.
It is. It's +2.
All right, so still tied. Bummer.
Okay, so Sesher will try to club it. Actually, you know what? Instead of clubbing himself, he's gonna
I yell at him to get out of here.
Yeah.
disengage.
Disengage.
Run!
Bob and weave, Sasha.
So he's gonna go 10, 20, and then 30, and kind of get up and out of the way. And Lemnor is gonna take another shot with her bow. And fail miserably again.
Whew, squirrely.
6 of you go before the shadow. Surely we can kill it.
10, 20, Diagonal wants 30. Hey!
Nice.
Okay. So Bradus will go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Dash in again. Donetta will go 10,
mad.
20, 30. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose any more people. Okay, and then he's going to try with his crossbow again. Rolled nat 1.
Ooh.
Dink. Alright, Namiya.
What thing?
Stab it with your swords. All right.
Okay, so that would have been half, so plus 4.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Ha.
Oh, MIDI should be applying the half damage properly.
It's been wonky. Like, I've been fiddling with it. Like, there's some things that'll work perfectly, and then it will not do it for like it'll be
It's weird how it does half damage because it reads the text in the ability description.
Yeah, so it's like if it's you pretty much have to do like slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing, and then there's a new thing. It's like physical bypass if it's magical, and then if it doesn't have that, it won't recognize it. And then
If there's an all-encompassing option that all weapon attacks, or whatever system.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Nibirius.
One more should do it. If I hit it, dies.
Oof.
Awesome.
That will do it because
Those magic stones do magic damage, don't
they
they?
do, yes. So
You-
It's
does
in the
still-
name.
Yeah.
You literally finished both of them off, Nabs.
MVP.
Yeah.
Please, no, it's just putting them back to rest. Just
I'm
got
writing
lucky.
down Nabs MVP.
Anyone would have done it.
Alright. Sarissa's gonna immediately run over to Sasher and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. All right.
Go back to sleep and get that spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then everyone
I just
can.
wanted him to have more than one hit point.
Yeah. In case someone breathes on him.
In case he falls out of bed during
Yeah.
the night.
Takes bludgeoning damage.
Exactly.
His head pops off.
1d6 bludgeoning
10
damage.
feet of bludgeoning damage. Oh, his head fell off.
I'm so small.
It's honestly, it's probably one of us walking in and take a piss somewhere. Accidentally stand on him.
Trip over him.
Do 1 point of damage. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Alrighty. So the rest of the evening is uneventful. So you're able to get up in the morning. I don't know if it changed the date, though. I don't think it did.
It has not changed since we arrived in the Dredges.
Okay. So it should be the 19th then.
Okay. So after the long rest, previously it changed to the 19th.
It should have been the 18th, then today's the 19th.
Okay. I'm just so I can go back and change
You're
that.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, 19th. Alrighty. So, morning after, had an eventful evening with getting attacked by the shadows. Limnor plans on going out to do some hunting. Kragnir's gonna study her new tissue sample that you acquired for her. Doinetta's going to continue to study that at least tin that had the material in it, because even though it doesn't, what the contents of it weren't anything old, but the tin seemed to be old. Nibiris, you got your shield back. It's already been equipped.
It's fine work. Go Bradus.
Yeah.
Fast too.
Yeah, so it'll only take him a day, or to the evening to have it ready in the morning. So, Doinetta, Kragnir will be busy doing their stuff. Seshir's going to, after he heals up in the morning, he's gonna take the fungus that he got and continue to start, testing and trying to grow it. He's gonna put it in, there's some alcoves in the wall from where he's got like his little mini grove that he set, or just like his mini little farm station in the camp that he's gonna test and play with. Yijin's gonna head to go check the entryway like he always does. And Limnor's off to go hunting, and she's going towards the south, like where the area that she always goes hunts at. Okay, but at this point, it's up to y'all what you want to do.
I know Namia and I spoke of it a little earlier, but I'm kind of curious about that ritual room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go check that one out next.
Before we do, did I go back to sleep? Sorry, I stepped away right after.
Yes,
we were done
yeah.
doing the other
So you would have completed your long rest here. I got you. There you go.
shadow. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Sarissa, I don't know if you got yours.
I did it.
Okay, wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam, I think you're good. You didn't have any missing anything. And then I know
I'm good.
Naviris. I know you're good. She didn't really use anything besides the cantrips. And then Declan, I think you're all caught up
I think
as
I'm
well.
good too.
Yep, you got your little Raven Queen blessing and all that. So okay, all right. So y'all are free to explore as you want.
Okay, which direction was the ritual room?
To the
To the
south.
south.
To the
Yes.
south.
All right, can we just pass over the
Yeah,
traps?
yeah. It's just a barricade that they just have kind of. It's basically just like a physical representation because those can't actually be damaged and attacked. So
Yeah.
okay. So once you make it to the ritual room, it takes about an hour to walk towards it. So in the back of the room, you will notice. Where's my picture?
Well, okay. Wonder who, someone built this place? Do you think how massive it is? It takes us hours to walk anywhere. It just twists and turns and stays fairly level. Some sort of old mine, do you think?
So as you you make your way into this.
Can you hear me, or did I get ignored? Or did you not hear me?
So I thought that was like rhetorical, like you were just making a statement. So, are you asking if this was some sort of cave or like mine?
I was asking. I was trying to roleplay with the party.
Okay, gotcha. I was kind of like. It sounded kind of rhetorical when you asked it.
It's pretty fascinating if you ask me. This place is really cool.
But I was asking, is there any like tool markings on any of the tunnel walls or?
Most of like the walls, like I said, are pretty much they just look like they're just like covered in like thick mud. Like you could continue to excavate through the camp if you wanted to. Like you could dig through the walls. It would take you a while, but like the walls themselves look like they're just basically cut out from like just like dense packed mud.
But are cut out, not formed naturally.
Correct.
Huh.
It would just take
I'd be
a really
interested
long
to-
time to do it.
I'd be interested in give that a try later. I think it might be fun.
Fun to just dig a new hole in a
Yeah.
place full of them.
Yeah.
So
You want to try it later? Oh,
I don't think so.
so the
Curious
Probably
as who
not.
dug it if it wasn't the dredges.
My thoughts exactly.
Mm-hmm.
was before their time. They are not entirely sure, even before Yijin's time.
This place has, in theory, always existed, which is also interesting.
It's big enough that it takes us hours to get anywhere, but there seems to be no purpose to it. unless it is some sort of deliberate maze built to hold the, the dead people, or suppose nothing else to think about when you're just walking around down here.
So the pathway of earth and stone leads to an unholy and unnerving sight. Through a broken section of wall, you can easily step down into a long chamber with walls of jet black stone. Not a square inch is not intricately carved with seemingly endless numbers of patterns and inscriptions, giving the shadow of the room more places to dwell. There stands 4 pillars in this room, clean-faced and possibly smooth, rising up 10 feet, 10 feet high. Atop each rests a ball of teal flame illuminating the chamber, causing resting shadows to dance. The floor itself is carved as well, providing ample and easy footing, though your steps fall silently upon it.
Does somebody smarter than me want to roll to see if they recognize the writing on the walls?
I can try. Would that be history, arcana?
So for the inscriptions on the wall would be like arcana.
Uh-huh.
I'll give it
Is
a whirl and
anybody
make it lucky.
proficient in arcana?
I am not,
No.
but I'll roll anyways.
I
just
am-
to
My
see if
my number is less than 0.
I can try.
Your girl doesn't know how to read over here, so.
Yeah,
This
I
has
don't
got
know
to be
arcana.
Samuel's wheelhouse.
I know history, not arcana.
I haven't heard him say anything like the whole session.
Samuel, you there?
You can hear us and are trying to say anything. We can't hear you.
I don't
Wave
see
your arms
his,
if you can hear us.
I don't see his little icon lighting up, so it doesn't look like he's muted.
You'd be hardware muted.
I tagged
Sometimes I
him.
accidentally press the button on my microphone.
Yeah, I tagged him real quick to see if he acknowledges.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Cheating
Yeah,
on
something about
us.
stepping away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm still learning everybody's voice. Is he the one that usually has the lagging issues with Boundary?
Nope,
He's the
that's
one
me.
that's.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Naps.
How's it? How has it been
Learning
tonight? Has it
everybody.
been better? Same.
A little better, I think, but with all these lights in this room, it's probably going to be not great.
Yeah, can imagine so.
Just the busier
The
scene.
busier map, the harder it is.
This map is massive, and there's tons of lights, tons of walls, probably lots of tokens on different layers. Yeah, it all adds up. So I can't check now because we're paused, but
Yeah.
I was less of a delay than there was.
What was that last bit? It cut off just at the very end. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, like his audio cut off for like just a second, so I didn't. You there, Nibirius? See,
I think we lost him too.
his is doing it
No.
too.
Rip.
So. Let's see. Yeah, he just looks like he's resetting. I probably jinxed him. Okay, I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna disconnect Chris to see
yikes.
if he let's see. I got kicked the power out of my
Ooh.
okay. Well, we can
We'll be
do
back in like 5 minutes.
we can just take a quick break. That's fine.
Okay.
That
Yep.
way it'll just work out so everyone can come back. So, all right. I started a break. I guess let's aim for 5-10 minutes at max. Go from there.
Okay.
Cool.
So, No later
Get
than
some
no
water,
no
get a
later
snack.
than 9:35 in my time.
Okay.
So 10 minutes max.
Yep.
So
Hydrate.
It's fine.
I slept.
okay. So all right. So go ahead and try your Arcana check, Samuel.
Yeah, so sorry about that, DM. Everyone else, I was apologizing to the others. I had to dash a bit. Did not
You're
mean
good.
to leave without a word. Right, let's study these symbols.
I did too because I stretched my leg too far and clipped the power cord out of my router.
It happens. Okay,
Okay.
not too bad.
You as you search the room, you notice that the markings on the walls make strange. Looks like it's some sort of like strange incantation. The language on it is foreign to you, but they do seem to be some sort of magical symbols that may have something to do with the, silencing of the footsteps on the ground.
Yeah, wondering. Okay.
You do notice also in the back far wall, so back towards this way, that it holds what it's basically there's like a massive window with metal patterns across it. You could pretty much deduce that it was probably once a stained glass window, but without. But you would be really hard to kind of depict what was on it. But beneath the broken window, you notice this altar. Lying on the altar is this.
All right.
You notice.
Looks
Sarissa is
very
going
inviting.
Sorry. Sarissa is going to look at Namia and back at the altar.
Yeah. So you notice the altar, and upon it lies a gold knife and a skull. The skull itself has canine teeth replaced with rubies. There also looks to be some sort of gold lacework all around its exterior, or at least poured in places it's like it's carved grooves. But yeah, that's basically what you're looking at.
Mia's just gonna look back at Sarissa with a look that just says, "Please do not touch the skull."
Did the Dredgers tell us what that was?
They did not. They don't talk about this room.
Well, fuck them, but it would have been nice if they did, so we don't have to stumble into whatever's in here.
I thought I recalled them mentioning it. They just told us not to go in it, or did we just pass this?
Sarissa's going to walk forward and get a closer look at the skull and the dagger.
Namia's just gonna huff and follow her so she doesn't die.
Okay.
Namia, it's so pretty. Look how cool it is.
Yeah, look at it. Don't touch
Okay.
it. We
And
don't
she
know
picks
what
it
it
up
is.
and looks closer
Oh my
at it.
God.
So when you pick.
said to look.
With your eyes, not your
With
hands.
your eyes. You don't look with your hands, you stupid person.
The game paused. Fuck.
So
Why
when
did you pick it?
I'm curious. I'm sorry.
So when you pick up the skull, both of its eye sockets alight with a flame, and it looks sternly at Sarissa as she's holding it. Its jaw creaks open and speaks with a strange male voice. He goes like, "Oh wow, skin! That's new. Are you here for the challenge?"
Namia, it talks. This is so cool.
What challenge?
What's the
Divine
challenge?
sense.
So he the skull's like, "Ah, yes, the challenge. It was made to test people to see if they were worthy of the prize inside the altar. I think it's a sword. Some folks ages ago made me the key to starting it, so if you want to try and get whatever's in there, just let me know. Just fair warning, I think it'll kill you, or they will. I'm not certain what'll happen. Well, I do know that it involves violence."
We're pretty good at violence.
I also really like new swords.
DM, is this an undead, faint, celestial, or is this place desecrated or consecrated?
Did you just do your divine sense? So the creature is considered undead. The location
Out
is.
of character, is this just a flame skull?
It is not a flame skull.
That's good. Because they can cast fireball. We don't have many of those.
Yeah, it is not a flame skull. So, yes, he advises that the challenge involves some form of violence.
Sorry, I would have moved within 60 feet to do that. I keep
Sure,
forgetting
I'll.
there's a temple
Yeah,
squeeze.
you're good. There you go.
Cool.
Yep. The area does not seem to be desecrated or any kind of positive religious. Doesn't seem to be kind of like a holy room either. So, but yes, he said some people long ago made him some sort of key to starting a challenge.
Type of people.
So he's just like, oh, they were the real doom and gloom. Black robes, skull face paint, big shiny gold sun symbols like ages ago, though. Don't really remember much else about them, or all those times years ago, for that matter.
Does that sound familiar to anybody? Skull paint, black cloaks.
Don't know, does it, DM?
Would we
Make
roll?
a history check. See if that seems like recognize anything.
That is not my wheelhouse.
Ooh, there
so
we go.
so
There you go,
Sarissa, based on that, talking about like sun symbols would be in relation to some of the things you would have saw at the penumbral vestibule with like the door that had the big sun on it, and things like that.
Okay. So a cult that potentially would have worshipped the Lich back in the day?
Yep.
Okay.
I even predated the Lich.
Or even predated the Lich.
Yep. But yeah, big shiny gold sun symbols.
Do you
Okay.
share that aloud?
One more time.
Those musings? Does Sarissa remark on any of that out loud?
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Sarissa will always remark things out loud.
Sarissa does not have an internal monologue.
No, she does not. So if Sarissa gets knowledge, she's going to immediately
Hear it immediately.
Yes. So if God tells me something, you guys know it.
Okay. Well, that connects how we and where we died to get in here. All the rest of them. Skullman, why would we have almost died, or pretty much did die, only to end up here? Not here in this room, but here in these catacombs, or this series of passages? Where are we?
So, he kind of looks at you and he goes, "It's like, well, can't really tell. Pretty sure I know I was murdered, but can't really remember much about it. That was ages and ages ago."
Turn to the group. Does doing anything for this thing advance any of our goals? Reminder those are survive, get out, help the others.
I think we should take him with us.
Yeah.
What's your
He
name?
might be able to help us.
It's like, I'm Howard. Or at least that's what they call me anyway. Listen, between you and me, and you, and you, and you, and I don't know, but someone came here a few years ago, and they asked if my name was Howard Sternum, and I don't really remember my name, so I'm Howard, or Howie, whichever.
Seems
All right,
harmless
Howard.
enough.
Let's do this challenge, and then you can go.
Why
on
do you
an
have to do the
adventure with
deadly
us.
challenge?
Well, we get a sword, and that could be scrap metal for a Bardus.
Did we want to not maybe exhaust every other avenue before summoning the things that will kill us?
Maybe.
Come back
Hold on,
later.
I'm reading through all the other objectives to see if this could possibly have a benefit besides me getting a sword. Hold on.
She's like, "I've already claimed the sword. It's mine." So,
I mean, you could maybe argue that you need the sword to kill the gate guard to get out of here. Maybe
Let's say I need the sword to kill the gate guard.
But I could find that reasonable to risk my life for, but you should have just asked to get a sword instead of the shield. And I hold up.
I mean, technically, there's no reason for us to do the challenge. I don't see anything.
Out of this play, it's probably going to be fun, and we get experience points, which I do want.
Yeah. Yeah, except for the fact that we all like to stab things. I don't really see if there's a universal good to do the challenge.
Howie, is there
Not as
anything you
awesome.
can tell us about the challenge?
Or
Uh,
the sword. Or the things we would be fighting.
so he can't tell you about the sword or the things that you'll be fighting because he's never seen the sword, and he doesn't remember the
It might
last
not
time.
even be a sword.
He doesn't remember the last time someone's actually attempted to make the challenge. But in terms of how big a threat the challenge would be, it's somewhere between stumping your toe and getting beheaded. But damned if I know.
Well, I've done both of those things. So, I guess.
Okay, so are y'all wanting to attempt the challenge?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
I just gave you lots of reasons why not, but I think we will regardless.
okay,
How,
so
how do we start the
I'm
challenge?
down.
so if you want to start the challenge, then he can do that. But he goes like, but hey, when you're done, and if you're alive, can you take me out of here? This challenge thing is the only reason I'm even here. And so when it's done, well, I just want to leave. It's like I don't want to get bored if I'm just going to live forever.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
definitely take you with me. Not a problem.
Got a spare pocket.
Or maybe we can give him
can't
to one of
keep
the
him in a
dredgers.
pocket.
Maybe someone who needs the companionship more than us, who's had their hopes smushed down for longer than us.
Oh,
He
I'm
seems a
Is
pretty.
interested
anyone
in
using
making
a quarterstaff?
I'm using a quarterstaff. Why?
You want to put them on top of your quarterstaff?
That's
Can I
menacing.
just stick them on there?
Not
That's
particularly. I
fucking
think he might give me away if I ever need to be quiet.
You think you might
Let him-
give you some
I-
street cred though?
I think he might have a hard time shutting up, and I don't always want to have that attention drawn to myself. So I'll have to
You
pass.
can come and perch on my quarterstaff. I've taken a liking to him.
I want to keep
There
him
you
on my
go.
quarterstaff. I'm the one holding him.
By all means, I thought he needed a home. He's yours. Then.
Is this where we start PvP?
No, I'm not risking my
We fight
life for
over
the
this.
dude. I don't like him that much.
I want Howard Sternum. No, I want Howard Sternum.
No.
We can share him. Everybody will
Oh,
divide up
God.
which day of the week we have him, and we'll all be happy and have equal
Shared
ownership.
custody. Oh god.
Yes.
Marissa, you can take my days.
It's head custody.
And mine.
I have zero interest in Howard.
Like custody. We're like happy bickering parents. I love it.
I already have one talking skull by my side at all times. You fill the position perfectly. I am not looking for a replacement.
Aw, thank you, Namia. That makes me feel so special.
So if you're wanting to initiate the challenge, he says that he'll need to be placed back onto the altar and to be prepared from once he's set back down onto the altar.
I will set him back down on the altar.
Oh, do you mind if we have 10 minutes before we get started? There's something I want to try.
Yeah,
I will not put him on the altar
he'll allow time like that. So it's pretty much whenever you say go, he'll start it.
Let's get prepared. I'm gonna start taking my quarterstaff and scratching out a pattern in the dirt, and sort of muttering to myself, and eventually it'll seem like nothing happens because it's invisible, but I will cast a spell.
Little kitty.
Nope. Where's my companions? Let's see, servant. Click the portrait, and then click a space. Boop.
Oh.
I'm gonna give him a healing potion and tell him to go stand in the corner. And if anyone he falls down and doesn't get back up, to administer that potion.
Okay, sounds
Oh.
good.
Oh.
I'll remove one potion from your
I
list.
already have.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
So I guess it just looks like it's floating.
Floating potion on reserve. Great.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah, there's a new servant of mine that's come from beyond somewhere. His name's Sophondrius. Uh, he can help out around the place. He's good at washing dishes and setting fires and all the stuff that I don't really can't be bothered to do.
Friend seems very useful.
Yeah, and the good thing, he doesn't say anything, doesn't have any feelings. He's not even a friend. He's just a mindless, shapeless force that does my bidding.
Huh.
Okay.
Quite
Interesting.
almost indestructible too.
So if you'd want to take the opportunity to get into position, so if you don't want to be clumped or if you want to spread out any, now would be the time to do so.
I have no idea where anything's going to appear, so
Yep.
I think just spread out.
Okay. So let me know when y'all are ready.
We ready actions?
All right, ready.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
can we-
ready? Already my bow.
Ready as stone.
I will be ready to cast Frostbite at the first enemy I see
Okay.
within range.
All right.
And I'll, if somebody's in melee range, doubt it, but I will strike them.
Okay. So
Oof.
he will as soon as y'all are ready, he'll once you say the word, he'll go, "Here we go."
Here we go.
Word.
Okay.
I always go last.
So
Best for last, bud.
you'll notice
Get the kill steal.
some strange, almost skull-like entity kind of creep out from the ceiling above you and try to drop down on top of you. Let's see, what is your... Let's see... Sarissa, Nemia, and...
I have a 12 passive perception.
Sarissa and Nemia, you would notice it based on your passive perception. This thing plopping down from the ceiling, which is here. So that would be the first thing that
Okay.
you would see.
Is
So I
it
can hit
within 60 feet?
Yes.
Ugh. Little skull crab.
Oh, it succeeded. Ah.
Crab battle.
Well, that's stupid.
Okay. So
It's a hermit skull.
it plops down to try to land on Sarissa, and it wasn't able to surprise you, so it's just gonna kind of lop at you with its tendril, and it missed.
Aha! I was ready for you.
So only their ready actions go off because we don't perceive it. Is it?
Correct. You wouldn't have seen that one plop down because they basically noticed, oh shit, that was coming down.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. So Nibirius, one of them is going to try to plop down from above your head. You wouldn't have noticed it as it came down, so it would attack you with advantage, but as soon as it lands, you can hit it with your stone.
Well, instead, as it enters my reach, it provokes an opportunity attack with Polar Master.
Okay.
So I'll bop it. I have to tie it first. Cool.
Okay. And it missed you. And then Declan. So you see two of them that have plopped
Alright.
down on the ground.
I will run up and attempt to skewer it with my rapier. Alright.
So Nibirius, one will slink along the ceiling some and try to plop down on top of you again. Reveal it.
Oh no! I'm surrounded.
Wow. Rolling like shit tonight. Okay. And Samuel. Same thing. It's gonna slink along and try to.
How come we're not getting turns?
Y'all just haven't hit the turn order yet.
These guys all rolled above.
Yep. Y'all literally, it's after this last one. It's literally Sarissa, then Samuel, then Nibirius. Y'all all had very.
Oh, sorry, they did. Declan did go. I'm completely. I thought they all went in a row.
Yeah, no.
Just,
Nami and Declan went already.
Yeah.
But Samuel, you had one action prepared, didn't you?
What was that, sorry?
Didn't you? Were you preparing a spell? I couldn't remember if you said you were or not.
No, I was just standing about like a muppet.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Oh dear. The pain.
Okay. All right, Sarissa.
But these guys, if they roll max damage, do 12.
All right.
The
so
wizard.
I'm going to cast Shillelagh
Oh,
on
that's
myself.
10. Yeah.
Then I am going to attack this thing. We killed one.
Ooh,
and then I'm
squish the
gonna
crab.
go,
10.
10, 20 in my turn.
Probably should have done this preemptively, but I'll cast Mage Armor, I think, because this thing's trying to attack my ankles. I think. Right.
Oh, I don't see a thought. I don't think I can see my servant that far away from me.
I'm trying to remember how far the.
That's if it moves more than 60 feet away, so can we put him somewhere a little bit closer? Please?
Yeah, that's fine.
They would have known that corner instead.
That worked. Bam. There you go.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
I was looking up the rules for the guy. I will, now that I have my quarterstaff out, give it a little few warm-up spins and then smash it down on the top of this crab. And then I'll keep the momentum spinning, and as a bonus action, pop the other one.
Brilliant.
You finish it off, Charissa. In my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
That one's dead.
Or
So then
Namia.
Namia's up.
Okay. 10, 20, 30. So I could do diagonal. Still count as just 10, right?
Yeah, one free diagonal.
time.
Yes.
10, 20, 30.
Are we going to help Samuel?
I'll be fine. I'm
He's
in
like,
the
ah,
easy
he's-
now.
He'll be fine. He'll be
he's
fine.
He's
He'll be
fine.
fine. Wizards are notoriously hard to kill.
I wouldn't have helped anybody anyways, apparently, so...
Mage Armor makes me indestructible to all attacks. Don't worry.
Enemy used up all a good roll in the first session.
Just gonna stab. Apparently not.
They're slippery little bastards.
Exactly.
They're dodgy.
Rolled up that 17.
Still would have missed.
All right, Sarissa, you're up.
All right. I tried.
We're all just slippery fingers.
Sorry, I'm not the most experienced. If I shoot at it when it's point blank, is that disadvantage?
Yeah.
With like a cantrip?
It is. Well, if you make a ranged attack roll and there's an enemy within
Yeah.
5 feet of you, that attack roll is made at disadvantage. It's described as like it's difficult to aim when you're being distracted by somebody right up in your face.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hold a control
And
when
it's
you hit the
being-
spell, and it'll roll disadvantage.
Wow, this disadvantage, I'm probably not even going to try.
You never know.
Hit it in the face.
Could get lucky.
Yeah, why not? I guess. Well, I mean, my
Yeah, it's
alternative
a
was
lose.
trying to smack it with a staff, and that's probably not even gonna. That's probably even worse odds. So why not? Oh, I fucked that up.
Oh,
And it wasn't even disadvantaged.
Well.
I'm really screwed.
Yeah.
It's this guy. Quick style. A quack, crack, maybe. All right, let's use the other end. Maybe that's sharper.
yeah.
There you go.
It's still alive.
It's still alive.
Must be close. I won't risk moving away. Place 2 cards face down. In my turn.
Okay, and then I'm going to do 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
All right. Ugh.
Okay. Oh, it was
Oh.
close. Okay, it's Rissa.
All right. 10, 20. Oh, that's my turn. That back on. 10, 20, 30. And then I am going to throw. Where is it? There. Oh, not that one. I'm going to throw the Balm of the Summer Court at Samuel and heal you.
Oh, thank you so much.
When you said throw a bomb, I'm like, you threw a bomb?
Like balm, a healing balm.
Yes, I know.
Not a bomb. If you don't want the healing, I can try and take it back.
What? No, you've got us confused again. I love the healing. Okay, so this has not been my finest combat, but I'm just going to disengage because I'm getting my ass kicked by this little skull.
It's fine.
So I disengage and scurry back.
Okay.
How, if I were to put away my quarterstaff, what sort of action economy is that going to? What's the cost of that?
So if you, I'm good with basically like the free object action that you could stow a weapon and draw one weapon.
Yeah, I don't want to draw it because you draw a weapon as part of the attack action. I'm gonna think I throw a stone at this crab.
Yeah, that's fine. If you wanted to stow your weapon and then, well, because it's going to be a bonus action to cast your.
I
ability,
still.
and
Oh,
then-
yeah, it's been long. It's been long enough.
Yeah, 'cause
bonus
you-
action cast throw. I'm happy to drop this stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to know what the ruling will be.
I would just drop it and then just chunk you a stone at it.
Okay, what is the ruling so we can have that consistent going? What if I'm swapping between
say if
staff
you
and no
were
staff?
so like Namiya example that she has the two swords. If she wanted to stow her swords and swap out her bow, she could do that and then still attack with her bow in the same turn.
Okay, so I can stow my quarterstaff and attack with a stone on the same turn.
Yes, but if you have to cast the bonus action to make the stones, then you would not be able to do that. But if you had stones
Why is that?
prepared, well, because you'd have to.
The same example of Nemea puts away her short swords, bonus action, casts a spell if she had them, and then attacks with the bow.
I agree with that because you're putting the staff away, drawing the stones out of the bag, and then casting the bonus action, then throwing them. That's good with me.
I'm fine either way. I just want to make sure that the
that's
logic
fine.
behind it is
That's fine.
Consistent. All right, cool. In that case, let's do one. Pew. I will maybe just get a little closer in case my servant has to do some running. No, they put this all in a box. Sorry to slow things down with the discussion.
You're good.
How dare you have questions? What the heck? Alright guys, I'm going home. I quit. Not part of this group anymore. I'm just causing you guys a lot of pain, trouble.
That's all right. If I miss this one, I'm just gonna call it quits.
Turn in your
Oh,
resignation
finally.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm quitting as
Yeah,
a monster
too.
hunter.
Cool. You can take my role. I'll see my way out.
Could be more. Stand ready.
Okay, I think that was it.
So
Right, Howard Sternum.
yeah, so Howard will kind of like look. It's like you guys did it. Good job. I think you did it. Yeah. I don't know. No one's ever beat it before.
Yeah, was that all? We had tougher opponents ambush us last night.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no way that was just the challenge, though, right?
Well, we'll see. Can we have the sword?
Try to open the box. So he'll have to take his skull off the altar, and then it could be the basically stone slab that's on top of the altar could be removed with a strength check.
All right.
Retrieve my potion from it. So
I'll pick up
Are
the
you
skull,
sure?
hand it over to Sarissa, and
Okay.
then hey
Thank
Nabby, you wanna help me with this stone slab?
oh, does it look heavy?
We can both do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Pardon me.
Athletics.
Do we need a check? We open the box. God.
Yep, we're opening the box.
Okay. So let's do. Oops, sorry. Might be.
Ah!
All right. Let's see.
Bye.
Okay. So. Strength and.
Oh, cool.
Can we apply athletics bonus to this or not?
One more time.
Can we apply athletics bonus to this as well? I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, you both rode poorly.
Oh, my back.
Do you think the crowbar would help?
Stuck. Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah, good idea.
Crowbar.
Look at that. I've got a crowbar.
Okay. So when you wedge the crowbar in there to
It grants
try to-
advantage to strength check.
it definitely makes the check a lot easier.
Oof.
Okay.
Nice.
You're able to successfully rip the top of the altar off, and inside you are able to take the sword out, I will add the sword to the party inventory, and then also if you want that dagger that was sitting on top, I'll add it to it as well. So both have been added to the party inventory.
And if there's anything special with them, we have somebody who can identify now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even as a ritual cast, 10 minutes is a lot better than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we want to spend 10 minutes to find out exactly what it's capable of, I think I can put this pearl to use.
That's not a bad idea before we get moving on to anywhere else. Hate for us to walk around the corner and die because we weren't using it.
Okay.
Certainly. All right.
So if you want to
Give me a
spend
moment.
10 minutes doing that, then I skipped
Sure.
10 minutes ahead, and I'll reveal some of the info on it.
I want to look around the room once it's happening.
Sure.
Maybe poke my head to just a little bit down the tunnel and see how far it goes, etc. Is any noises of creatures, or just generally run surveillance?
Okay.
And which one were you going down, Nabs?
I'm just look, maybe, I don't know, 30 feet down the north one. Yeah.
Okay. You do notice that up towards that path up that way, it's caved in, so pretty much it's a lot of rubble basically leading up towards that hallway. So you could get up to about maybe about that far, and then after that it's pretty much completely caved in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering, looking at the stuff on the walls.
Gotcha. So the sword appears to be a long sword. And the long sword is adorned with a golden sun sigil that matches the one seen on the door of the penumbral vestibule.
Ooh.
Any
Hot
magical
goss
properties, or is it
chicken.
just fancy?
It is also a +1 long sword.
Lovely. Can any of us use such a blade? It's a
Could, but I'm not really. I mean, I could, but I built, the character under the prediction of not using that because it'd be a waste of Polearm Master. Doesn't work with two weapon fighting. It's not versatile, so we can't use dexterity for it. I mean, sorry, it's not finesse. So I don't know if anyone would get an immediate usage out of it straight away, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Where's that,
dexterity as well.
What about the dagger?
Yeah, that dagger's cool.
So
Dagger would definitely work as an offhand weapon.
So it's basically a small metal blade that's mounted to a small hilt with a gemstone at the end of the hilt. It was on top of the edifice next to the skull. Although it has a very unique design, it appears just to be an ordinary dagger.
Ah.
It was just like a ritual dagger.
Oh.
Okay, here, allow me. We can sell these.
I mean, I guess we can use them as scrap metal.
Well,
Seems really disrespectful, but
Leonetta might want to look at them since.
Ooh, that's a good
they're,
point.
Like she might be
old.
interested in them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Even
then when
beyond
she's-
looking, perhaps one of the dredgers could use it.
Yeah, and then when she's done with it, we can just give it to them.
Good idea.
You can also ask the blacksmith one. What's his name?
Greatest, the leader.
Greatest.
Yeah.
It's a performer.
If he could take the longsword and maybe convert it to a different sword, maybe another short sword or a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he'd have the tools to modify an enchanted weapon. We could always ask.
I doubt it. Can always ask, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we ask Howard if he knows anything about the sun sigil that's on everything?
He does not have any recollection of that.
What does he remember?
Yeah, what is he for? Sorry, Howard. I know that was disrespectful, but I'm angry.
So, Howard has spent a lot of time in this room. So it seems that like he's been around for a while, but just being trapped in this room, just sitting like a tool, like how he's been, just basically as like a key, seems to have messed with his memory a little bit. So he's a little kooky, uh, but possibly him seeing things and more like that might jar his memory over time.
Do you remember how he got to the room? I know he doesn't remember how he died.
He was placed on the altar to be the key by these hooded, cloaked figures with the skull paint and then the sun sigil things all over their bodies.
In the end, I'm not really sure what sort of key he was. We just crowbarred the lid off the box. We may have been able to do that before fighting those things.
Very true.
I don't even know how did he summon crabs?
That was just
Also
how
that-
that was how the challenge basically that the challenge was basically surviving those monsters. And
Yeah, no, I'm saying narrative or maybe mechanically. How did the skull?
he basically
I don't expect
I'm not
an
sure.
answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what type of magical ability they used for it, but he's the only one that can have them basically summon from the ceiling. But
We
he's
assume that the box would have been magically sealed until that happened, and we never could have opened it, regardless of our strength.
unsure. Honestly.
Who knows?
Yep, honestly unsure.
But it's good to know that there's things besides the dredges and undead here. There's obviously well, I mean, yeah, at least it's a real place and it's not some like weird purgatory. There's like cloaked people that dug out all the tunnels and set all these traps and put a ritual room here to challenge people. Like, feels like there's like more moving parts than there was.
But what put us here?
I think the Lich did, but that doesn't make sense for all the other people in the Dredges because they had no ties to the Lich.
So either it wasn't the Lich, or the Lich and others have the ability to do this, and others did it for the Dredges. Or it was neither of them.
There's got to be some correlation. It can't be all random.
If there isn't a correlation, it's very bad writing.
This
Sorry,
might
what
be
was I
a stretch,
saying?
but I wonder.
Curse you, Ghostfire Gaming!
Oh my god. I know this might be a stretch, but I wonder if anybody else met the sage that hired us to go after the Lich. I know they all died in like freakish ways, but aside from him, I can't think of anything else.
Only out of character we know that
Nightseer
it was
Sage.
called the Nightseer Sage. He
He,
never
he,
introduced
re-
himself to
he
that.
did
that
he did
name.
introduce himself as the Nightseer Sage. That's that.
Oh,
He didn't give himself.
okay.
He didn't
My
give
mistake.
it. He didn't give an actual name. That's how he referred to himself as.
Mm-hmm.
And what was a Nightseer Sage? It sounds kind of important, giving, fetch quests to new adventurers.
And literally just handing out
The Lich, don't worry about it. You need to get the completely dead Lich's phylactery, who can't die unless you destroy his phylactery. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Go get it for me.
And he
Oh, it
just
was alive?
survived.
Never could have predicted that.
Oops.
Yeah, here's a 500 gold up front. I'll just go and click that from your corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, there's enough sidetracking from me.
Okay. All right. So where do y'all?
By the way,
wanna
guys,
head next?
the passage up here is collapsed. So if we're ever thinking about another way out, not that one. It went north.
It doesn't look
What
like
lies to this passage to the south?
Yeah, because this passage to the east leads us back to camp, and then the passage to the south, we're not sure of yet.
There's nothing. Looks like a dead end.
I'm gonna
Oh,
give my
okay.
backpack to the servant to carry.
The pathway going up this way has basically like a staircase leading up.
Oh.
There you go, there's a max potion roll. That you healed the thing and not yourself.
I tried to drink a potion. I fed it to the skull.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
My bad.
All right, now it's alive. It's attacking
It's
the
alive.
He's back.
It's attacking the unseen servant.
Whoops.
I think this lasts for an hour.
It does.
Nice. Well, okay. You can carry my backpack now. So it runs out, and it's been 10 minutes for identify since, and then plus the 1 minute for the fight. Stairs? Shall we?
I'm okay going up the stairs if everyone's in agreement and everyone's feeling okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
I haven't taken a single wound since we arrived here.
Well, I think you might have jinxed
You,
yourself.
Nabby, that's awesome.
So,
Maybe it's Providence. The Seraphs are watching.
So once, if you make your way up this way, it'll take 45 minutes to make it to the next area. Go ahead, Sam. Go on, just run in by yourself. Nothing bad can happen.
Alright. We can delete the servant then because he'll disappear basically as soon as we get there.
Okay.
And then I'll be holding my quarterstaff in one hand, and then Howie in my quarterstaff in my right hand, and Howie in my left hand.
Okay.
Maybe you can use him as an arcane focus.
Oh, that's a good thought. We should probably look into that when we get back to camp.
If you like attune to him somehow. Well, not mechanical attunement, but you know what I mean.
Oh, this must be the Grove.
Okay, as you make your way
Stop it,
into the room, you'll notice small purple wriggling things
Oh.
all along the room.
More of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, they're very slow. Just stay out of range. You can pelt them down.
You also hear Nemea and Sarissa. You also hear the sound of like a light growling noise.
Do we?
Uh,
What can we roll to just
Did
see if we
you-
can figure out what type of growl it is? Would that be a nature check?
Did you move me already? It's not updated
I
on mine
gotcha.
for some reason.
I gotcha.
Okay.
I'm assuming you would have been kind of near up, probably around or past
Yeah,
Samuel.
I'm usually front lines.
Would it be a nature
There we
check
go.
to try and figure out what type of creature that was?
Yes.
Okay.
How about we all be backlines?
So listening to the sounds of the howling, it sounds like something that you would hear from a wolf.
Nemea, it's Coral.
Oh.
It's
Nemea.
right here, Coral.
And then Nemea, I don't know if you heard her or not.
Sorry, I've been talking this entire time. I thought everybody was ignoring me. I muted myself.
Yes.
Oh.
Can we tell what direction we hear Coral from?
It sounds like it's coming from the east tunnel that you are actually standing closest to.
Okay. Kill these things, and then priority number 1 is find Coral.
Heard.
Assuming it is. Coral.
It's Coral?
It sounds like a wolf to me.
What if it's some sort of other zombie wolf that has no relation?
It is. Listen,
Then
I need a
we
little
just
bit more
take that gamble.
optimism.
We will take that gamble.
You got it, boss.
We are going to reunite Lenore
Also,
and Coral.
With the power of
I think
positivity
it's
and
very,
good vibes.
I think it's very on trend for us to try to rehabilitate a rabid dog. So
Exactly.
even if it's not Coral, I can't say Coral without trying to say Carl in a Rick Grimes voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carl.
I made that joke at the beginning, and I don't think it's gonna.
I
be
know, and it
avoidable.
stuck with me. I remember it from last time. It's
And then
stuck in
I'm
my
going to
brain.
go
I don't know if it would have been together long enough to have a brand that we stay on.
No, I said it's stuck in my brain.
No, before that, about it's on brand of us to try and
Oh.
rehabilitate a rabid wolf.
I just meant for me and Hannah as people, while
Yeah.
also
Yeah, okay.
manipulating into our characters.
I'm with you.
Our characters will be like, we want the wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm nothing like my character, I don't think.
Okay.
A gnarl root.
Oops. Just okay,
Okay,
Nemia.
heal. Right.
Okay.
Can't
Alright.
see very far, just these two, right? So far.
Yes.
It sounds like more from somewhere else. This way or this way?
More to the second one.
Okay. I'm happy to stay back here and magic up some stones to throw at things.
Okay.
It's been working pretty well so far. Oh, somehow all of my... Oh, I see.
It was your initial reserve that you had set up.
Oh no, I was clicking the spell instead of the item.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna have to get a massage for my shoulder after all these days of just hucking rocks at people.
Alrighty, Declan, so of course, let me do, it's gonna roll one attack. Which it rolled
Get in
disadvantage.
range with him?
One more time? 10.
Could it
moved
get in
up.
range of him?
Let's see. No, it would actually be just one. It'd be 5 feet off. Disregard. Let me put your whatchamacallit back on it. Chilled or frostbite. Target. There you go. Declan, you're up.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cover half that distance. Ooh, nice.
And you killed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nemia, it's going to slither a little closer to you. And it's going to attack you 2 times. Okay, and then that one's going to slither up some more. And Sarissa.
Right. Yes.
Okay. And it's going to slink up one more. And it's done.
Aw.
Oh dear.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Alright, Nemia. Got the one in front of you. You technically already killed it with your first attack.
I'm sorry, I clicked the second one too fast. I'm gonna move closer to this guy though.
Do you see anything else in the room?
I do. Do you not?
No, I see there's one more fungus there. I'm just curious because there's something healing all of them. So I didn't know if you moving further down, you could see
No.
something healing.
I don't see
Gotcha.
anything else. I think they're doing that themselves. It just says root, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a gnarl root. I don't know what that is. Oh, shit. Another crit for Nat.
Damn.
That's like, how many... I'm going to go back and count how many crits you've gotten tonight.
Who? I think it's only 2.
I think it's more
So
than
casual. It's only 2. It's only 2 devastating rolls.
that. 1.
Ah, now I see some. I'm trying to, in my turn, it could be lagging. I'm not sure.
You're good. All right, Declan, you're up.
Right. So I'm gonna go. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's 40 feet. Just a little too far. It's 50 feet. But no, that's 5 feet away. Hold on.
I'm going to start lending you stunts.
There you go. So from about here, would I be able to get to him right there?
From where you were there, it would have been about 5. It would have been about 10 here. 20. So you went over there. Let's see. You've technically gone diagonal 5.
Yep.
And then could have gone across one is 10. 20, be 25. You could get here.
All right. That's cool. I will hold my action to attack as soon as it gets within range.
Okay. Okay, it's going to slink up another 5 feet. It's still outside of your range and it can't reach you either. Alright, Sarissa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. So it's going to slink up another 5 feet and reach out to attack Nemia. And let's see, multi-attack, how many rolls? Tis just the 1, so not the worst. So, okay. Alright, Samuel, you're up.
I can't really see much, so I'll waddle forward. Ah, there's one.
Need to get you a bullseye lantern. They have a huge
Hey, my old
range.
rusty
It's just-
lantern is good enough.
I like that they're directional, and that like if you put it in front of you, you can see stuff, and it can't see you. So if you're having
Okay.
range battles, you get advantage.
Alright, Nemia.
Nobody can see the gnarled root, right?
Not from where I'm at, no.
See the what?
There's
The
something called
root
an...
that's
No,
healing everything.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just
Oh, yeah?
Alright.
playing along because I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Oh, it's growing funguses. Fungi, I should say. Grow it, Billy.
You see something, let us know.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit to see if I can, and I guess I'll just hit one of these things with my bow if I can't. So 20, or 10. Ooh, I see it!
Okay, so moving forward, you would take 2 opportunity attacks from the 2 fungi that are pincering you.
What does that mean?
They would
You get
both,
3 attacks on you.
yeah, unless you were going to disengage.
Hmm. Too many choices. Hold on, I have to think.
Yeah, you can't freely leave the threatened range of a creature. When you turn your back on it to move away, it will attack you, or it has the option to attack you with its reaction.
Yes.
But if I don't move, I have to pretend like I don't have the knowledge that the thing's there. Okay, I'm just gonna kill this thing instead. And it'll just come back to life and I'll just move after.
There you go.
Boom. Now I can move though, right?
Crits.
You still have one
Nope.
next to you.
Okay.
I mean, you
Yep.
can have one
All right.
attack you instead of 2 attacking you,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's slightly better.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna attack me anyways, because I'm the closest one to it, so I might as well just move.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you move more than 5 feet out of its reach, it will never get to you.
Okay.
Let me roll its thing with it. Oh, of course. Target. There. Fine touch. Chain of Bears, you're up.
Have I noticed more of these things popping out, like appearing and spawning?
It's the
By now?
it's the ones that have already died. It's like they're basically getting right back up.
Oh. Is it anything to kind of tell if there's anything to do with their positioning, where they are? Are they?
They're literally standing up exactly from where you kill them at. They just keep getting right back up.
Could be in trouble. Yeah, reviving. The last ones didn't do that. And I'll keep tagging. I'll try and watch it carefully if it does get back up and see how or why that might have happened. Yeah, and I'll just see if it had, if anything revives itself. I'll try and work out. Huh?
Okay, Declan.
All right. Walk up to this one and stab it. And end.
Okay. And then Sarissa's gonna move 5 feet closer to you, but it'll be still a little too far from you.
Yep.
Alright, come on, stay. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then Declan, it's gonna roll just 1 attack at you.
Oof.
Okay, Sarissa.
And then go 10, 20.
Okay, Samuel.
That didn't hurt at all.
Oh, Samuel, it's in front of you.
Yes, I can see it now. I was stumbling around in the dark trying to find it.
What is
Alice
it
said
that he
was
sees?
Yes.
It looks
GM?
different.
So it's basically like this gigantic collection of roots that are basically like in a crazy like ball of itself.
How would his character know to attack there specifically? Other than there being a token on the map.
It's like it's lightly pulsating, and it's basically like wriggling kind of in place. It's like its roots are like digging into the ground, and it's basically kind of like pulsating.
Gross.
So
What are you shooting at, Sam?
So the turn that you hit it, or following the turn that you hit it, a large entity erupts up from underneath the ground from where y'all are standing.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
Second phase.
Thought I'd try and cut it off at the source.
So you pretty much see.
What source? What's happening?
You pretty much see this big
Oh,
thing
God.
kind of like
Fuck.
loop up out of the ground
Ooh.
and swing at the first thing that it sees.
Is it as humanoid as the token would suggest? How tall is it?
It is large and it towers over you. Basically, comes up from underneath the ground.
God.
All the way out of the ground? Like, so it has legs?
Yes,
Does it look like a person?
it does. It looks like a gigantic, like mud-covered zombie.
Okay. That's not going to hit me.
Yeah, you're good. I was thinking about something. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, no, you used your unseen servant you did originally casted. Okay, and then so the root in the back. As it's like pulsating and digs its legs into the ground, it seems to help the fungi that are all over the room. And then did I roll initiative for the mud zombie? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, Nemia, you're up.
You guys handle the mud zombie if I go towards the root?
No!
Yes.
Are you sure?
Do
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Okay. 30.
I say that, but Navius does look terrified.
It's on like a half square god. Can I just move like right here and hit it?
From where you are at, you wouldn't be able to reach it from the tower you're in unless you dash, but you're also, if you leave from where the mud zombie is at, you're going to get hit from it.
I asked a question on my turn. Sorry.
Hold on, but it's 10, 20, 30 away, right?
So one diagonal, so from where you're at, one diagonal down. Whoops. All right. One diagonal down, 10. That would be 30 right there. Because you can't diagonal each time.
Okay.
Or 30 would be there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only other one, and then that would still be outside. So, yeah, it'd be
I
there.
guess I will.
You can shift around and get closer.
Yeah, and I could shoot it with my bow if I shift around and then. Okay. I can do that.
It will be at disadvantage though if you do that.
I think she was going to shoot
You guys
the
need to stop
root.
with the schematics. Okay?
I'll be semantic there. It's semantics rather than schematics.
I like to play with
I think
cheat
is the
codes.
joke.
All right.
I think you should be able to leave its range without being opportunity attacked, because for it to not have had a turn yet in initiative and have attacked me, it must have had a ready action when it appeared to strike at someone nearby.
That uses its reaction.
Yeah, so it's probably safe to walk away from it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Then I'll move closer to this guy, shoot him with my bow, so that's 10, 20, 30. And I'll just...
And it might not be the case. There might be a different reason why it attacked me.
You know, if it's not the case, I'll see you in hell, bud.
If it was not the case, we'll accuse the team of cheating, and it'll be fine.
That always works.
That never works.
It never works.
I would never. I will draw an attack with my quarterstaff twice on the Do I want to? Well, Hexblade's curse it actually with a bonus action and then attack once. Features ability, and then start.
Here we go, bud.
Very good.
That's me.
Okay. So the violet fungi will move a bit closer to Sarissa. And it's going to attack 2 times.
Oof. So close.
Ooh.
Alright, Declan.
Alright. Bonus action, I would like to instinct him.
Okay. So you know that it is immune to poison damage and it is undead.
Alright. I figured it was undead. Right. Pow.
Okay, let's see if it's at... Not just yet. Okay. Alright. Poor attack.
No, Sammy.
He missed. Alright, so
Nice
this...
Java
moves.
is indestructible.
Let's move stuff.
Okay, so he's going to attack 2 times at Declan with the tendrils. Oh, whoops, did not mean to do advantage. My apologies.
That's alright. Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, Sarissa.
Alright, I'm going to... Where is it? I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Let me
and
untarget
whack
the
this
one
thing.
you're...
Oh,
Let's see, I
yeah,
think
thank you.
I hit both. Well,
well, the
Double
one come
kill.
back. The
Get
one
him,
will come
brother.
back.
Spin attack.
I was targeting the one physically beside me.
yeah,
so this one.
let's see, so... trying to see which one had which.
Ursa used cleave.
This one used...
Yes.
Okay, so 5 damage is enough to kill this one,
Yeah.
so the one next to it you did kill.
And then I was going to go 10, because it's still 5 feet away from me at this spot, right?
It's basically in between 5 and then its reach is 10,
Yeah.
so it's just barely outside of your range.
All right, 20 and 30, and end my turn there.
Okay. That one's going to creep about 5 feet closer to you. And then Samuel.
Disengage.
Okay.
That's it, everyone. Zig and then zag.
Serpentine.
Oops. T.
Oh.
T.
It's healing the zombie, too.
Whoops. I didn't mean to...
1d4 to
disregard-
everyone alive, and then
disregard,
1 to the dead ones.
Correct. Alright, on target, and
To cast levitate on them.
root. Okay. Alright, Namiya.
Yeah, since
When these
it's on
things
a-
come back to life and get healthier, is there a clear, does this root thing glow specifically brighter at that instance, or
Yeah,
it's
it's
clear
basically
to us now?
It's more noticeable now that you can actually see it, that whenever it basically targets the ones that are alive, it basically it's like
In game
it's-
speak, not at targets. What our characters see?
Yes, you would see the thing react on its turn, and then you would notice the violet funguses basically get almost like bigger and repair their wounds as they
Okay,
are
cool.
getting damaged.
Since it's on like a half square, do you want me to move one more further, or is this close
You
enough?
should be good right there.
Okay, cool. Are you
Oh.
fucking kidding?
You can't.
Damn it, boys!
You.
Let's see what happens.
So after you kill the gnarl root, all of the fungi shrivel up and die,
Fuck yes.
but the mud zombie does not.
That's fine.
If I hit him in the testicles twice.
I was gonna say, my boy Nabby's got it.
What if I call him a salty loaf?
That should be a crit because of Hexblade's curse.
Yeah, it should be.
Ooh.
Roll one more
Oh.
damage die. I did code it to do that, and I've tested it before and it worked. So I don't know why it's not doing it, because I know I gave it the threshold.
Additional 2.
Oh, it took the effect away. That's why. Well, son of a bitch. That's why it's not on there anymore.
Oh.
It doesn't have any of the dynamic active effects on there. Yeah, neither one
That's
of them does.
alright.
Well, I'll fix that.
Well, now you know.
I wrote down the crit though.
If it's in her book, it's a real crit.
Yes.
That's 18
like-
damage total for that turn. See the...
Just like the natural ones.
Oh, they go in there as well.
Oh, if it's a crit or a natural one, including the not the monsters, but like the
Yeah. So
player
you're recording
NPCs, yep.
10% of all rolls.
Okay.
Yes.
So Declan,
I have
after
a problem.
after you
Okay.
slashed the mud zombie, it actually split in half.
Oh god.
Yay.
But once it split in half, it did get a little
Yeah.
smaller, but it
Multiplied.
Actually,
yes.
guy, is it the same if he took piercing damage, which is what a rapier is as opposed to slashing?
It's a particular reason why it cut in half, but
Oh,
let me add these two, and I will add them to the same initiative that they are. I'll just change
it
the...
has skip and push.
Yeah,
One of
we're
them-
gonna ignore the fact that rapiers aren't foils; they're just long, stabby, slashy swords.
Okay. All right.
What happens to my Hexblade's curse
It will
when it splits?
still remain on one of them, but not on both of them.
Okay.
So I'll let you.
And I'll be
Pick,
able to
I'll let
tell-
you. I'll let you pick whichever one you would rather it be on. That top one. That's fine. Okay. Just for the sake of it, that way you have the effect on it, so that way you can remember which one. So Declan, it is going to try to slam up against you.
All right.
And the other one beside it will move up closer to you and try to do the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Sarissa.
Alright.
Woo.
Ah.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right, Samuel.
Pew, pew, pew.
Alright, I know this is nitpicky, but am I moving like half a square to get out of this square?
You would
since
get
I'm,
up
like,
there would
half
be
on it?
5 feet, so
Okay.
that would be 15, 25, and you could basically get about half, like right here would get you right at 30.
Perfect. That's all I need to know.
She gets to a square where her sword can stab a face.
Okay. So Namiya, after you pierced it with that second attack, it split in half again.
Oh my god. Does anybody know fire? Can we burn it? Does anybody have matches? This shit's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Cleanse it with fire.
Samuel did just firebolt it before.
And it did nothing?
It did damage. We don't know. We didn't get any description, so I assume it did what the check card said it did.
Burn it to the ground.
Oops, too far. Having a good day with my stick. I made that to sound cleaner than it did. Is it split or is it fine?
Still fine.
I'll hit
For
it
the
again.
moment.
Oh, they're so little.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, so we just can't slice it? Is that the game?
No, we've done bludgeoning and piercing damage. I think it's hit point thresholds.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Alright,
So I
I'm
guess-
just gonna kill one of these little mud babies.
Mud babies. Haha.
It was like a nesting doll.
Something like that. Matryoshka.
Somehow this annoys me way more than things that can heal themselves.
I'm just gonna go 10.
Like, I don't think I've ever been this mad before.
Shillelagh. Woo!
Ooh!
That was
I
done in the book. Capital letters.
I got a crit. Did I kill it? Yeah.
Could she be this week's MVP?
All caps.
No.
I know. That goes to...
This session is Nabs because he's gotten a minimum
Nabs.
of 3 crits for the night. I think he's gotten more.
It is well deserved.
I'm rolling really well with damage as well, and I don't think I've missed much either. It has been a good day.
No.
It has
You've
been a
killed
great
the
day.
most. You've killed like
Yeah.
the most enemies this session. It's crazy.
Okay.
Not about who gets the killing blow.
Alright,
So
so
we all
Sarissa, Are you
survived.
doing anything else, or is that it?
Oh, sorry. I thought I clicked end turn.
Okay. Samuel?
There you go. Sorry, I got excited because I actually critted.
Same for one of the little ones. Wait, that was a
I
mistake.
mean,
Oh, well,
it's gonna
fuck it.
split anyways. So, like,
Let's just bop him on the head.
might as well.
Instead of whack-a-mole,
Nice.
it's whacking my baby.
Waiting for you to mid-roll on the dice and do 0 damage. They're both still alive? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aw.
Oh no! It's over.
Riding high in April. Drop down in
Here you
Psych.
go.
Alright. Oof.
Aw.
It's slippery.
It's not able to kill the small child.
It's
Hey, no
okay,
one said
we'll
no one
have
said child
plenty-
until now.
Plenty of other opportunities to just kill children.
This is what it means
Oh,
to
can
be
I get an
Grimdark.
opportunity attack? Does it lift my reach?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think you're going?
Get 'em.
Hey.
And it hit.
Oh, survived.
Bring us home, Sarissa.
And whack with the shillelagh. And no!
No.
Right. This one is like tap dancing all over the place, dodging everything.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
gosh.
Oh.
So that is
Someone
what?
get him.
1, 2, 3 misses.
Plus,
excluding
it's
Nat.
miss. It's miss as well as 4.
Oh
5.
my fucking god.
11 hits.
Oh no, that one hit. 4 misses.
All right, we did it.
Wow. You
Let's
did
look at
it,
the guard.
guys.
God.
All right. Here, puppy.
I guess we'll have enough
Well, I
time to
think it's-
investigate this room and then session over.
Sounds about right.
Yep. So
Alright.
we will resume for if you want to search the room, you can.
Yeah, let's
I'll
do
assist. I'll assist Declan.
that. Okay, so I'll roll
Okay.
again for.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. A little better.
Hey.
So so over to where the root gnarl was, you notice a big metal clump, or like a clump of metal that was basically wrapped around underneath it. Underneath it was about 8 total pounds of metal that could be used for the forge, or for.
We did it,
like
guys.
that. And
We
then
did it.
also this would clear Sesher's Grove, which I added a thing to be able to meet one of his needs. But it's
This
got
path
there's
must
special-
loop around.
Probably.
But
Also where we heard the
Yep.
wolf crying.
yeah,
Yep, down this.
down that way. But we'll investigate that next time. So
Which will be
20
January
XP short of leveling up.
And next session will be January 25th, right?
yes,
Because it's going to be an off week next week.
correct. And then yeah, so the
Kind of catch up on all those notes.
25th. Yeah.
Dang it.
You don't
Alright,
even want to
can
know how
we-
many pages I have.
No, I
Can
don't.
we make a
Let's see.
an event for the next game time?
Define event.
What do you mean?
A Discord event. You can set it to remind people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can just to help keep up with it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I'm terrible stuff.
That's fine. I'm usually pretty good about like
Cool.
reminding people ahead of time, like, hey, like I don't wait until like the day of, like, oh hey, remember we got a game tonight. I'm usually like a couple days.
What day did you say it was going to be?
It's going to be the 25th
Okay,
is a
great. So the
Wednesday.
26th
for
for
you,
me,
correct?
Thursday. Let's go to say because I'm busy. I have another game on the 25th, but
Yeah.
my other group plays on Wednesdays, my time, Tuesdays for you guys.
So alrighty, that'll do it.
Cool.
Y'all have a good night.
Good
See
session.
y'all.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Alright.
Bye bye.